Since 1989, the PAP Women's Wing has devoted itself to improving the status of women in Singapore. Helmed by the PAP Women MPs and chaired by Ms. Grace Fu, who is also the Minister in the Prime Minister's office, the Women's Wing today continues to advocate for women to be fully empowered so as to play a key role in nation building economically, socially and politically. We have been focusing on several key areas of women empowerment. These include promotion of work-life balance and family-friendly practices, marriage and parenthood, women's thought leadership, active aging, uplifting underprivileged women, and raising representation of women in top positions in the workforce and politics. In the past 3 years, the Women's Wing has produced 3 position papers on marriage and parenthood, women at work, and seniors in Singapore. These were put together by harnessing the wisdom and experience of hundreds of women in our community in business and politics. In the Marriage and Parenthood paper, we shone the spotlight on how some young Singaporeans believe that starting a family is out of their reach or that it is at odds with their pursuit of other life goals, such as career progress. We called on the government to implement several changes to make marriage and parenthood a desirable choice. Our suggestions include creating supportive housing policies for young couples, reducing uncertainties relating to the cost of conceiving and raising children, and promoting joint responsibility in parenting to give young couples greater assurance to form families earlier. The government has since taken up some of our suggestions in this paper under the areas of housing policies, affordable and good quality preschool, pro-family HR practices, shared parental leave, medical insurance for newborns, and increased support for assisted reproduction. In our Women at Work paper, we raise concerns from women who wish to work but constantly struggle with the equally strong desire to commit more time to family. We urge the government to consider new ways of tackling work-life balance that can unlock the latent potential of women in Singapore. We propose several initiatives, including building the necessary capabilities and infrastructure to embed the culture of a pro-family work environment, providing more support for women returning to work, and having better representation of women in senior positions in companies. To date, the government has already taken up some of our suggestions in this paper under the areas of a pro-family work environment, training opportunities for freelancers and contract workers, and more care services for children. In the paper on seniors in Singapore, we stress the importance of promoting active aging in our society. We propose a slew of initiatives such as more holistic healthcare support, more job opportunities and skills retraining for seniors, more affordable and elderly-friendly housing, greater family and social support as well as volunteerism. In many of these areas, the government has responded positively with several new schemes launched in favour of our seniors in the past 2 years, including this year's Budget 2015. These schemes covered the important aspects of healthcare and employment. Taking stock of the past few years, we are greatly encouraged by the successes of these small steps taken so far. Many of our suggestions are taken up and implemented by the government, but much more work lies ahead. Envisioning the cause for Women's Wing over the next 35 years, we are committed to do even more for women in Singapore. We will support women to achieve their aspirations, attain greater leadership at work, in the society and politics, and to improve their lives and well-being. We will galvanize greater call to action for more support for women so that they can have a meaningful career while assuming other important roles within and outside their families. We endeavour to push for best HR systems and practices that will recognize women's unique strengths and enable them to take on top jobs. We will continue to call for more support for the well-being of all women in Singapore and pay greater attention to the needs of stay-at-home mothers, single-parent families, at-risk families, and older women living alone. We believe our work must continue if we are to bring hope and blaze the trail for our sisters today and tomorrow in Singapore. We are the women of the PAP Women's Wing.